Hello everyone and welcome to another comic book video. My name is Michael and today we're going to be looking at alternate reality versions of Spider-Man. So one of the big concepts that's been developed by Marvel Comics and of course other companies over the years is the idea of this alternate realities, which allows them to do different things with different characters and stuff, just how things have turned out differently. So of course one of the big characters for Marvel Comics is Spider-Man. So over the years, they've done a lot of different types of adaptations, or a lot of different things, or a lot of different versions of Spider-Man, just to see how different things would turn out. But before I begin showing some of the comics, I do want to mention, we do have in the collection here, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is actually an animated film that deals with some of these alternate reality versions of Spider-Man, getting together, helping each other out, and fighting to save the day, pretty much. And some of the ones who actually appear in this movie you're going to see today in comic book form. So just wanted to point out that about the movie. The first one I have today is Spider-Man #1. This was actually a little mini Spider-Man event when you had Miles Morales, a Spider-Man from the Ultimate Universe, team up with the Spider-Man from the mainstream universe. So Miles Morales is of course a very popular Spider-Man right now. He originally appeared in the Ultimate Universe. He took over after the Peter Parker from that universe got killed by the Green Goblin. He took over as Spider-Man. He did eventually, though, make his way into the mainstream Marvel Comics universe after the Secret Wars event. When the multiverse was pretty much destroyed and then reformed, he ended up on the mainstream Marvel universe. So right now there is two different Spider-Man. You still have the Peter Parker Spider-Man, but you also have Miles Morales. Very popular character right now. His first appearance is very hard to find. The comic book, it's also really expensive. So, but this is just the first time those two meet up. That one. Next one I have is SpiderGwen. She also was in that movie as well. This is an alternate reality version where it was Gwen Stacy got bitten by the spider instead of Peter Parker. And this character actually appeared in a mini-series called Edge of Spider-Verse, which was setting up for a big Spider-Man event. It was supposed to be just a character that just appeared briefly in this comic, but the character became very popular, and so went on to do have their own series and stuff. This is actually the first issue for her premiere issue to her first series. So Spider-Gwen. Next one I have is one you may not have heard about, but just an interesting one too. Spiderman India. This is a reimagining of what had happened if Spider-Man had, instead of appearing in like New York City, whether the story had taken place in India. So they have a different version, so just a reimagining of the characters in a setting in India and stuff. So this is the first appearance of that version of Spider-Man. Just also an interesting story as well, but Spider-Man India. Next one is What If 105. This is actually the first appearance of Spider-Girl, also May Parker, who is the daughter of Peter and Mary Jane. And so this was actually a what if storyline. Marvel did a lot of these, just probably out reimagining of how things may have turned out differently. So in this one, Peter and Mary Jane had a daughter who ends up inheriting her father's powers, becomes Spider-Girl. This character also was fairly popular and actually spun off into her own comic series in the 90s and stuff, and has made periodic appearances and different stuff over the years. But Spider-Girl. And the final one I have to show is Edge of Spider-Verse #1. This is Spider-Man Noir. This is just a reimagining of the character, and they actually did a couple different Marvel titles of this called Marvel Noir back in the early 2000s, where they kind of did a reimagining of what it'd be like if these characters lived in like the 1930s or something. It very much played on the ideas of the old noir films and also some of the old pulp characters from the 1930s and 40s as well. So this is not his first appearance. His first appearance was in Spider-Man Noir, a miniseries, but But this was just a reintroduction of the characters. They were getting ready for that Spider-Verse event, as I was talking about. So this was just kind of just reintroducing the character and just doing a new story with him as well. So that's everything I have today. I hope you like this video, and if you do, just go ahead and give it a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.